Now, former USAID workers gathering to protest the dismantling of the federal agency.
We believe that the reduction in force was done illegally.
The consequences people around the world are feeling 1 year after its shutdown.
Plus, a weekend warm-up is on the way. Meteorologist Damon Matson tells us when the next chance for winter weather is.
The suspect in a deadly Fairfax County stabbing has a long, violent criminal history. We're breaking down his past and how prosecutors are responding.
Then, extreme winter weather causing energy bills in the district to soar.
The cost of living in D.C. is becoming more unaffordable.
How big of a hit your wallet is taking and what's being done to bring those costs down.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall.
And good evening. I'm Annalisa Gale.
All right, let's check in now with meteorologist Damon Matson with a look at the forecast. A live look right now at DCA. The sun is shining. I thought it was nice out. I went for a walk with my colleague Damon, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but you know, we did have that fog this morning, which caused some minor interruptions at the airport.
I missed that. I don't know where I was.
Well, hey, that's how localized it was, Mark. Some people saw a lot of it, others didn't see any. So it was really interesting. But I'm glad, hey, we got outside, right? We got a little bit of that warmer air finally this afternoon. But my goodness, those temperatures, yeah, they took a tumble last night as that fog formed up. And this is why we had freezing fog in some parts of the region with temperatures down in the mid-20s. It didn't take very much for that freezing fog to create those ice crystals, even a frost on the rooftops, the grass, the cars that are out there. So this was not a very pleasant start to the day, but when we finally kicked out that fog, my goodness, the sunshine made a difference. Temperatures now into the middle 50s, and it has been staying pretty comfortable as we move on into this Friday evening. Our Friday night as well is shaping up to be a rather nice one. We'll keep the clear skies. It is going to stay calm, and temperatures, they're not going to be all that bad until about the middle of the night. That's when it'll start to feel chilly once again, but an even warmer day is ahead of us on our Saturday. So folks, how much will our temperatures rise for the first day of the weekend? And even though we got warmth on the way, are we talking winter weather for the start of our new work week on Monday and Tuesday? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, in the district, the Department of Health will lift water restrictions on the Potomac River Monday, meaning regular activity can resume.
And this comes more than a month after a massive sewage spill upstream in Cabin John, Maryland, when the Potomac Interceptor broke, sending 240 million gallons of raw sewage into the Potomac. Boating, fishing, and crew teams and more will be allowed to return. Though swimming is always prohibited, the Department of Health will also begin daily water testing. That begins Monday.
With that federal support that's now being offered, we feel like we can have a good long stretch to understand, is there any new condition to the river that we need to be paying attention to? We know that it's below the recreational threshold.
All right, this guidance for D.C. water only, and those along the river in Maryland and Virginia should take guidance from local or state health departments there.
Meantime, also new at 5 here, the man accused of placing pipe bombs near the DNC and RNC offices back in 2021 was back in court today. Federal prosecutors accusing Brian Cole Jr. of planting the explosive devices in the district the night before the January 6 riots. Neither pipe bomb detonated there. Today was a pre-trial hearing there to review the process and the progress of this case. Cole remains behind bars until the trial.
And Fairfax County police are searching for several people they say forced their way into the Fairfax County Fire Department storage building, damaging emergency equipment. Police releasing the surveillance video, and you can see 3 suspects breaking the lock to the gate, then drive inside. This happened at the end of January on Furnace Road in Lorton. Now, if you know who these people are, you're asked to call Fairfax County Police. In the district, residents are demanding change after they say that soaring energy bills are making everyday life unaffordable. Well, today, then more than 100 people testifying in front of D.C. Council.
Yeah, D.C. News Now's Marielle Carbone joining us live from the Wilson building with more on this. And Marielle, residents definitely frustrated.
Yeah, Annalisa, they are. Listen, they understand some things are out of their control, like the weather, but they say a big part of the problem are rate hikes for companies like Pepco and Washington Gas. That's why they're now demanding change from the commission that regulates both.
Who knew surviving a snowstorm would require a small business loan?
When last month's winter storm rolled through, electricity bills shot up.
These bills are not just high, they are check your blood pressure twice high.
And she's not alone.
I've noticed that the cost of living in DC is becoming more unaffordable. We've seen crazy high bills. Everybody is struggling this winter.
The weather has played a role. With DC seeing an historically cold winter, rates themselves have also changed.
From 2020 to 2025, electricity prices in DC increased 93%.
Rate increases are approved by the Public Service Commission, which regulates electric, gas, and telephone service in D.C. In November, it approved a 13% rate increase for Washington Gas, which went into effect January 1st, increasing the average gas bill by about $12 a month. In 2024, it approved a multi-year rate hike for Pepco, adding an additional $3 to customer bills this January. Residents want to see more scrutiny and accountability from the commission.
We can have commissioners who are doing a better job of looking out for DC residents, really putting residents first, making sure that they're doing all their due diligence in rate cases.
In a statement, PSC Chairman Thompson says the commission's mandate is to oversee local utility companies, and that frequently boils down to a difficult balancing act. We must work to upgrade the district's energy grid to meet our climate goals while protecting residents from an unfair financial burden. It is a heavy responsibility, and I do not make decisions lightly nor in a vacuum. And a spokesperson for Washington Gas tells me that the company does support reviewing customer bill impacts and looking at the costs there. As far as Pepco goes, a spokesperson there says that the weather, as well as an increase in supply costs, have been a big impact on increases. Both of those things, he says, are out of the company's control. We've got more from both of them on our website. That is dcnewsnow.com. Live from the Wilson Building, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. Well, a Virginia man is pleading guilty now to sending threatening messages to a public official. Scott Bulger admitting to using Google Voice to send text messages through a concealed phone number. They say the 33-year-old threatened to put a bullet in the official's head. During an investigation, he lied to federal officers about his name as well, and he admitted to sending threatening messages to another victim through multiple fake accounts on X. The victim is not a public official there on X. There, Bulger facing up to 5 years in prison when he's sentenced in May. Also new at 5, Montgomery County Police investigating now after a 15-year-old boy died from a fentanyl overdose in Rockville. And nearly 1 year after his death, they're still trying to find the supplier. Police were called to Baltimore Road on February 28th. 2025 for a person who had drowned in a bathtub. That's where they found 15-year-old Gabriel Mehta. He was rushed to the hospital where he died. Anyone with information is asked to call police. And also happening right now in Virginia, new details tonight. Court records confirming the man accused in a deadly stabbing at a Fairfax County bus stop this week has a long, violent criminal history.
And prosecutors in the county are getting heat from former elected officials and also organizations asking why Abdul Jallo wasn't already behind bars. DC News Now's Randy Bass heard from prosecutors and legal experts about the challenges in his past cases.
Yeah, and Randy, what else are you learning about the suspect's background tonight?
Yes, the suspect in the deadly stabbing at a Hybla Valley bus stop earlier this week, Abdul Jallo, prosecutors tell us he was no stranger to police or to their office here in Fairfax County before his arrest. Court records show Abdul Jallo was arrested at least 24 times and faced multiple previous charges for malicious wounding. Officers found 41-year-old Stephanie Minter of Fredericksburg at a Richmond Highway bus stop shelter with multiple wounds. Police say Jallo got off the bus with her at that stop before stabbing her to death. Republican and former Virginia Attorney General Jason Miyares was one of several people posting on X about Abdul Jallo's case today, saying, quote, 30 prior arrests and 5 prior felony malicious wounding charges since 2023 alone. Once again, the innocent suffer when catch and release policies by left-wing prosecutors get in charge. This is 100% on Steve Descano and why he's so despised by the Fairfax County Police Department. Now, Fairfax County Commonwealth's Attorney Steve Descano's office responding to our request for comment in a statement saying Jallo had been convicted and spent time in jail for a 2023 degree malicious wounding charge, saying they were aware of the risk he posed to the community. As for the other cases, saying in part, quote, unfortunately, the defendant in this case also had a history of selecting victims with no fixed address, some of the most vulnerable members of our community. In multiple cases, we were unable to move forward with prosecution because victims could not be located or contacted. Today, we talked with former Virginia prosecutor John Fishwick, breaking down what makes these kinds of cases so challenging.
That's very frustrating to law enforcement and also to the prosecutors, because they've got probably a very strong case. They've got proof of what happened, but they need the victim to come into court and to say what happened. I'm sure law enforcement tried a lot of different things, but I think it's a legitimate question to find out what efforts were made to get those folks to court in the previous cases, because clearly this person should not have been on the streets.
For now, though, Abdul Jalloh remains behind bars. He's due in court again for a preliminary hearing in May. In Fairfax, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. And on the move now, the Navy Yard Metro's entrance on Half Street is now open after closing in October to replace escalators there. WMATA saying the reopening is ahead of schedule and comes before peak spring traffic with the return of baseball and the thousands of cherry blossom watchers. Metro has replaced 135 of the 145 escalators. Part of its multi-year project. Crews will be working now on the Roslyn, Gallery Place, and Foggy Bottom stations later this year.
All right, it is that time of the year to start paying attention to street sweeping signs again. Crews will be back out in the district. That begins on Monday. The Department of Works will issue warnings if your car's not moved until March 15th. After that, if you're parked when the crews come to sweep, you'll be fined between $45 and $100. Now, in previous years, the sweepers have collected more than 2,000 tons of litter. Crews will be out through October.